Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. Now, one of my subscribers asked me to dive into HedgeUp. It's a pre-sale, and I went to take a look. And guys, I'm just going to tell you my opinion, and you're probably not going to want to hear this, but you definitely need to hear this. They have multiple red flags. I wouldn't even consider putting money into this project. Now, that's just me. You may get your tokens and you may have some success and catch a pump, but at worst, this is a straight up rug pull scam. At best, it's a pump and dump, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to tell you why if you want to hear me out. And let me know what you think in the comment sections if you think I'm wrong. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because, guys, I've done over about 25 of these projects and I haven't been wrong yet. There are a few that haven't totally proved themselves to be a scam yet. But for the most part, when you look at the risk reward, it's just not worth it. But let me tell you why. Now, the first thing you'll see is I'm kind of familiar with this type of website and that logo and this layout. And I'm going to show you here in a minute another token project like this one that I called a scam, and it was a straight up pump and dump. And even if you got your tokens, it went down so fast, the odds are you didn't make any money if you even got your tokens. Now, I'm not really going to get into what they do, but basically they tell you that, they're bringing the world of investments for the average person into the blockchain, and you can do, forgot where it says exactly what it is, but it says it brings alternative assets such as diamonds, fine art, luxury watches, wine, whiskey, gold, aviation, all into the blockchain to allow the average person to invest. And that is exactly what this project right here said it was going to do. And if you look at my title, chronology, scam alert, and I'm going to verify whether I was right or wrong on that. But now here's the number one red flag. Forget the story. It's always a sexy story. We don't know who the founders are. Period. I'm not giving anyone my money if I don't know who's behind it. Because guys, even if they're successful and they raise enough money to do what they say, can they do it? Well, we don't know. To me, this is no different than a telemarketer calling my house and ask me if I want to buy something. No, it's always no, and I'm not giving you my credit card number. But people do that with these ICOs all the time. And then some people say, hey, well, what about no one knows who created Bitcoin? Well, guys, that was 14 years ago. He did that for a reason. It's proved itself. But that exception is definitely not the rule. And, 14 years later, we need to know who's behind the project as far as I'm concerned. Now, that's one tale. We don't know who it is. The roadmap and the white paper, guys, literally, it's 5 minutes. There's nothing in there. That's a red flag. But the number one red flag is when you see the marketing like this, think about it. Crypto whales are paying close attention to HedgeUp, GMX, and Polygon. Well, that's not true whatsoever. But you think this is an article. It's not an article. It is a paid advertisement that is created to look like an article. And, they hype up GMX, which got a lot of attention because of the FTX fallout. That is actually a good project that I did a video, which I'll leave in a link down below if you want to take a look at GMX. It's basically decentralized way to trade. Matic is one of the absolutely best projects out there. So see, that's why they picked those two. But you always know, in my opinion, that it might be a scam because they don't lead you to GMX website or to Matic. They lead you to theirs. So that being said, when you go to their Twitter, you know, they only have 10,000 followers. They're not following anyone. And as we know, you can easily create 10,000 followers. Now, that's the white paper right there. Guys, normally white paper, look at that. It's not even a full page. Normally a white paper is like 15, 20, 150 pages, literally. That's the roadmap. So anyway, now check this out, guys. You can tell here was my title on chronology, scam alert. I basically called it a scam, and that was my video, and you can Google it if you want to, or go to my playlist. But when you come down here, and this is the part that's so funny, some people defended it about half, but the other half, they agreed 100%, and some basically said, yes, it was a scam. And I'm just doing this by memory, but I did get a few emails where they said, thanks. I wish I would have listened to you because I lost money. And that's kind of all I remember about it. But look, their website, see that logo? Their websites look very familiar. I would be shocked if it's not the exact same group of people. But again, we don't know because we don't know who they are. Now, if that's not enough, let's check out if I was right or wrong. Because, guys, this is typical, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on just how to decide if you should get into these high risk reward pre-sales or ICOs, because it's a great avenue to turn a little bit of money into a lot. So bear with me. But if you look at it now, guys, look, it came out, it hit 12 cents. That's not even a big pump. And then less than, a couple of days, it fell to under 2 cents, went to a penny immediately. And that's where it's at now. So when you look at the volume right now, it's at $799. And basically that hasn't traded. I don't even know what that really means. Because when you look at the bid and ask, there is none. So it's basically dead in the water, just like I thought it would be. And for me, for the risk reward, you can see that it really didn't even pump. So at best, if everything went your way and you didn't get slippage, which is what you're seeing on your screen compared to where you get filled, you always have slippage, you always have high fees. And that's if everything goes well, you couldn't have made much money in this pre-sale. So for me, I just don't get it. Now, here's what you want to see, and it's still risky because, out of probably 25 scammer legit videos I created last year, I'm pretty sure I wasn't wrong about any of them. However, there was one, and I don't remember the name, but guys, it didn't have any red flags whatsoever. We knew the founders. It was built on Cardano. It was in the gaming sector. It was phenomenal looking. A lot of people commented that they were familiar with it and they liked the game. They couldn't wait till it came out. Everything looked good. Guys, they pulled the rug like in the pre-sale phase 1. They didn't even wait till pre-sale 2, 3, or 4. And yeah, I felt really bad. But again, I always tell people just red flags or green flags, and it had no flags. Now, you could track those guys down. I remember you could find them on LinkedIn, the whole team. So you could at least lawyer up and have a shot. Now, that being said, I love ICOs. I love pre-sales. What you want to see if you decide to get into one is we got to know who's behind it, guys, at least for me. I need to know who you are. And then I basically kind of want to understand. I really don't care what the roadmap and all that says because, quite frankly, I'm not looking to hold those projects and for 2 or 3 years. I'm looking to sell them immediately once it comes out, because I assume they're all pump and dumps. And even if they're not, I want it to be a pump and dump for me. So you tie up your money, hopefully you get your tokens. If you get your tokens and it rallies, you sell. But here's the deal. A lot of times you don't get your tokens. They can write into the code that they can control the process of your, buy and sell orders. There's slippage, which that means if you're showing something trading at $1, and let's say you bought it at 10 cents and you're thinking, wow, I got 90 cents. That's a 9x. And then you get filled at 50 cents. And then you start doing the math and you got a 3x because they charge you 25 cents or 25%. Some people have charged up to 75% transaction fees or whatever fees they want to throw in there. Or they can straight rug pull, or you got to tie, you're putting your wallet. Always use a limited amount wallet. Don't let all your other tokens be hooked to that particular wallet. Put whatever amount in a new wallet and always use that. So there's a lot of risk, but the upside, guys, is you can put in a small amount, a couple $100, $1,000, whatever, and there's a chance that these things in the bull market, there's a chance these things come out in 10, 20, 100x or more. But in this environment, guys, most of the legit projects, they put them on hold. They're not trying to launch something in this market, because even if it was the next Solana or something like that, if it launches right now, guys, at best you might be looking at a 2, 3, 4, 10x briefly, like the same day before it just fell apart. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. It went a little longer than I wanted to. To my subscriber, sorry, this probably isn't what you want to hear, but I am going to do a lot of these videos in the next couple of days because there's some pre-sales coming out, and there are a few that really don't have the red flags. So at least we want, all I ask for an ICO or a pre-sale, honestly, all I want is don't shaft me on my fees. Don't lock up my tokens, which I forgot to tell you that they can lock your tokens up. And if nothing else, they can delay them and then play dumb, and you don't know any better, but you're trying to put your order in. And guys, really, when these things pump, it's normally a couple of hours, and it's done. All the big money's over. I mean, it spikes straight up and then comes right back down. So if they delay your fill even for 10, 15 minutes, you may miss it. But anyway, all I want is give me my tokens and try not to scalp me too much when I place my order. Don't charge me a huge fee. That's all I want, and I'll take my shot. I used to do penny stocks back in the day, and it was phenomenal. Every single one of them were crappy corporations. They were set up to just be pumped and dumped. That's what 99% of all ICOs and pre-sales are. They're just set up to be pump and dumps. A developer can create and launch a project in 2, 3 days. That's doing the marketing, the website, creating the white paper, everything. It's not a big deal. Spend a couple of $1,000, do some great marketing, some of these fake articles, and boom, you literally may have raised a couple of $1,000,000, and you get to keep the majority of it. That's what I don't like about this one is they've already raised, hold on a second, they've already raised a pretty good chunk, and I don't like that. Let me see what it says. Hold on. If you have an interest, let's see, total supply is 620 million. Let's see. Anyway, I don't know how much they raised, but I saw that earlier when I was flipping through, and I don't like seeing that. They try to do that to let you think that there's a lot of people, buying it, and look, we've already raised $250,000, $500,000, and you're thinking, wow, this is a great project, it's going to be big. Well, 99% of that normally ends up going to the founders, especially if it's not a legit project. Now, that being said, I'm not saying it's a straight up scam, but it checks a lot of the boxes. It's not getting my money. Now, just remember that, guys, when you look for a pre-sale, at least know who's behind it, and maybe you'll get your tokens. Anyway, let me know if you got any other pre-sales that you want me to take a look at. And guys, I just want you to think about this. Yes, it would be great to make a ton of money, a 10x, a 50x, 20x, whatever, really fast. But this is 2023. This is a phenomenal year to stack real world projects like what he talks about. Matic, Polygon is one of the best projects out there, definitely in the top 10. And I believe it's going to have a heck of a bull run when the next bull run starts. HBAR, even Ethereum, guys, is probably going to 11 to 15x if we get an extended bull run. If we get a short bull run, it's still going to probably 10x. So, there is a lot of good projects that are not as risky. But one thing I've learned from crypto, it's all risky, guys. When in doubt, just buy a Bitcoin. And even that, a lot of people will tell you it's risky. I don't think so, but this is not financial advice. Anyway, didn't mean to ramble on. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. Take care, guys.